Tombstone. Alright. So I thought I'd just make another video out of something like what I said yesterday, because this can basically, we all know nobody will be interested in this, because again, as the point that I made yesterday, this is the world that we live in, where people just don't care, because again, the rats. But I talked about I did a video about all of this probably over about a year ago or more, where basically I talked about some of these stuff, but proving again that we're further moving to what I said, where you don't own nothing. And as the title says, just like I made with the title yesterday, because again, we all know that YouTube likes to delete my views, because I seen it a couple of hours ago. A video had a certain amount of views, and then the views dropped, because YouTube likes to delete stuff on my channel. But as the title says, people will be happy with the government taking their rights away, and will be first to take that mark of the beast, because it is true. And all this is literally just a test from the government, all the stuff that went on in the world. Can't mention it, but when about in 2023, when the sea was going around and everybody was under lockdown, everyone was happy to give their rights to them. Because again, the public and the masses of today are nothing but zombies. They will willfully bow down to the government. They still trust the government, the government knows my best interest. There's still Americans that vote, that think that voting actually means something when it doesn't. It's all rigged. And yet you think that your vote actually matters if you're actually a Christian or a anti against the government, you won't be voting for anyone. But these are the people that will willfully give their rights up. They'll willfully give their guns away. These are the same people that call for gun control, because they don't care about rights. They really do not. They want a world where it's bunnies and rainbows, where everyone's basically cancelled for anything. But this is the future, and you love it. We already know. And when I'm saying that, I mean it. You love it. We already know you love this. You love your rights being taken away, because you couldn't care less. You really couldn't. You'll be first to line up to take that mark of the beast. You'll be first to line up. You'll like, I don't care. I don't care. I'll line up and take that mark of the beast. We already know that. But I already knew about this, and it doesn't shock me. I mentioned it in the last live stream, where Ubisoft say these are the contracts that you sign when you create an account. At any time, these companies can basically say, hey, we're shutting your account down, and you can't do anything about it. You agreed to the terms and service. That's what digital gaming is. It's just a license. So, people are happy with not owning their games. Go look at Alan Wake 2. Go look at half of the digital only games. Oh, I don't care about owning a video game. I don't care. Digital gaming's more convenient for me. You know what you're doing? You are basically saying, hey, to the government, we don't care. We don't care. These are the same people that will call for, oh, we don't need money anymore. Let's make it all digital because it's more convenient for me. Who pays with actual money today? Use a credit card and stuff like that. Get with the times, boomer. You have literally set yourself up for your own downfall, and it's your own fault. When the mark of the beast comes and you have no rights at all, martial laws enforced, troops all over the street, and you ain't allowed out at a certain time, don't cry and complain because you set yourself up for this. You literally said, hey, take my rights away, government. I don't care. I really don't care, government. That's basically what you say. And this is exactly all this. You are basically saying to these companies, hey, we don't care about owning anything. We really don't. We don't care if the game's finished. We don't care. We don't care our money. Oh, take my money away, government. Control everything in my bank. Take money out of my bank without my consent. Please, government, take everything from me. Take my house away. Take everything. You willfully bow down to the corrupt system and the corrupt government. You are the problem. But this isn't anything new. I've been saying it for ages. I have literally been saying this for ages now. That this was going to happen because the modern gamer of today does not care. They do not care about owning anything. And then when basically when everything's delisted, money no longer exists. You don't own anything. Everything's online. You won't be able to buy anything without using a credit card or taking a chip. You'll happily do it because you've already been brainwashed into that mindset anyway. That you can't last 5 minutes without going on a mobile phone. You do everything through your stupid little iPhone. Oh, who uses money anymore? That's the next step. I've been saying this. The next step is to get rid of money. They get rid of it. They're getting rid of games. They're getting rid of DVDs. Everything's going to be a subscription online. Every single thing, because this is what they're saying. They say, "Hey, get used to this, and accept it." And you will accept it because you do not care. You don't care about games. You don't care about owning anything. You literally do not. Now imagine if they said this with a house. Hey, you're just going to rent the house. You're not going to own it. Or basically say anytime they can kick you out. Oh, then it becomes a problem. So Ubisoft introduces its classic service to PC. PC's trash and more to come on Activision Blizzard. So again, you don't own anything. Ubisoft has rebranded its subscription offering and introduced a new service for PC players. Again, PC players don't own games in general to start with. Steam is owned by Valve. Anytime they can literally delist the game. Anytime they want. You can't do nothing about it. You can't do anything about it. There's even been as well. I never mentioned it. PlayStation were banning people's accounts because they owned content that got delisted. So guess what? That just shows how scummy these companies are. That they'll ban you just for owning content that's no longer in the store. It's time to wake up to these companies and the government that they do not care about you and get it through your head. Ubisoft's main all singing, all dancing subscription offering has been rebranded Ubisoft's Premium this service. And we all know you'll sign up for it because you love this. You love those microtransactions in videos. All you do in video games, all you do is consume, even if the game's trash. You'll just consume it because you want to be a part of that new trend, just like Suicide killed the Justice League. You'll buy that day one because you want to be part of that trend and fit in what's cool, what's popular. That features all new releases such as this week's Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Now again, if you're on that on PC, guess what? You have to be connected to the server, the Ubisoft server. It's been that for a decade now. And it's always been that way. Always that way on PC. You cannot own any Ubisoft game without a Ubisoft account. You can't do it. So yes, it's nothing but a scam. And these games are trash anyway, so I don't know who would want to own them anyway. Which is available early to subscribers. This is what I said. This is all gaming's going to become now. It's a subscription service. But again, you don't care. Netflix is a subscription service. DVDs are no longer going to exist. The only way to going to be watch a movie or a TV show in the future is going to be through Netflix or subscription service. You won't be able to buy DVDs. You won't be able to buy none of that because it'll be all online subscription service. You won't own a console. You Xbox fanboys are so happy with that. You love Phil Spencer taking away your rights to own anything because again, it's just become acceptable, and you just parrot that zombie mentality that isn't even facts. Oh, the games are not even on the disc anyway. The games are not even on the disc, which is nonsense. I could make a video and show you all the games that I own on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PS2, the Nintendo Switch, and show you none of them require an internet connection. It's just nonsense. But you don't care. You don't care about preservation. You never have. You never will. Because all you care about is basically consume, consume, consume. Take my rights away. I don't care about owning anything. Already available, and then you continue to people continue to wonder why there keeps being digital only, this push for digital only constantly. Xbox's new game Hellblade is digital only. I think even Kojima's new game, the stupid movie game, is digital only. You've got Alan Wake, digital only. You got so many games now coming out that are digital only. It's basically anti-consumer, and they're basically saying "F the consumer, we don't care." But you don't care either, do you? Because as long as you're the people that have killed this industry as well as these streamers, they don't care because the PC rats, they're not real gamers. They never will be. These people do not care because this PC master race mindset. The losers that live in their mother's basement. They don't step outside of the house ever. So, of course, they're not going to care about preservation because they're always online. But this is the future, and you're going to be happy with it. You really will. You're going to be taking that mark of the beast, and that's a fact, as it says, and they will be forced to take a mark in their right hand or their forehead, and they won't be able to buy nor sell, say he that has the mark in their forehead or the right hand, and the number is 666. So yes, the barcode on everything that you buy is part of that chip. So many people will line up day one because they don't care. You are happy with the FBI, the government, Google stealing your information, Facebook, TikTok, the list goes on, stealing your information. They even do it with video games. They collect information and data about you to sell it to people. That's what they do. And you're happy with that. You're happy with it. And then you wonder why you get advertisements of stuff that you've never watched before. It's because they're stealing your information, that's why. But you're happy with that, aren't you? Because you don't care. You don't care. In addition, the firm adding Ubisoft plus classics on PC, and this is nothing different. This is the same thing as PlayStation Plus, nothing but garbage on that platform. You don't actually own the games. You really don't. If you want to own classic games, it's called emulation on PC. Or guess what? Go download the file, because I own a lot of games on PC on a hard drive that actually have the file. Unlike Steam, which is utter trash, you can't own anything that you buy. PC, you can just download the file. You get the file, you have the game forever. As long as the game ain't got a virus, you're perfectly fine. I have many games on an external hard drive that are PC games. I had Manhunt, I had Manhunt 2, but I must have got a virus on one of the hard drives because it stopped working. But the other hard drive has got multiple games on it, PC games, and they fully work. They don't require an internet connection, they don't require an account. You can just launch the launcher and the game displays. No garbage to deal with. Like Steam, where you have to launch Steam, all that. You download the file, you'd never ever have to connect to anything. But again, you don't care, do you? You don't care. I mean, look, everyone cried when Rockstar did it, didn't they? Oh, there's no way to buy GTA, the original GTA games on PS2. You should have seen the point that we're all making. That can happen at any time, and you can't do anything about it. You can't cry about it. Alan Wake, digital only. You think that after a while, those licenses for that music's going to run out, and they're going to delist the game. They did it with Alan Wake 1. It got delisted. Then again, Alan Wake ain't really that good anyway. The first one isn't good. The second one's not really good. It's a trash franchise that no one really cares about. So I'm glad that game was digital only, to be honest, because that game does not deserve to be preserved. It's trash. Hopefully, one day it does get delisted, so I never have to see it again on my account. So, in addition, the firm is adding Ubisoft Plus Classics on PC. The Classic option was already available to PlayStation players via Sony's own subs offering and feature back catalog. And again, with the PlayStation Now and stuff like that, you own none of the games. None of them. Available via Sony's own subs offering and features back catalog games like Far Cry 6, that's trash. Rainbow Six Siege, trash. There's competitive garbage games. Far Cry 6 is the same as the fifth one, but the fifth one's more interesting than the sixth one. The sixth one's just some woke crap. You play as two females, and the story's just pointless. It's one of the worst Far Cry games ever made. It really is. It's sort of crap. But pay $8 a month. Oh, that's who doesn't have $8 a month? You're just broke. You're just poor. That's what these fake gamers say today. Oh, you're just broke. No, it's not about that. I just don't want to pay $8 because I'm not an idiot. We looked at the consumer behavior and how people are interacting with our offer, and we saw an opportunity. No, really, what Ubisoft is saying here, we saw a bunch of idiots that will just buy anything, so we took advantage of it. That's really what they're saying. They're not going to say that for a business point, obviously. No business would say that. Just like with The Last of Us, that really they come out and say, hey, these dumbasses are going to buy the same game multiple times. Why not keep remastering it and remaking it? They'll keep buying it. Why wouldn't you? From a business point, why would you waste billions of dollars and in the millions to make a new game in the franchise when you can just keep releasing the same game, putting no effort in, and getting the same amount of money? Why would you? Doesn't make sense from a business point. Really doesn't. You don't blame these companies because the idiots keep buying it. They keep buying the same game 5 times. GTA 5, people bought that game like 5 times. They bought it on PC, they bought it on Xbox, they bought it on PS3, they bought it on PS4, PS5, PC. and the list goes on. You bought it multiple times. No wonder they keep releasing the same damn game. They'll do it with GTA 6. They'll bring out GTA 6 and the PS5. Then when the PS6 comes out, they'll re-release it again. Then they'll re-release it again on the PS7. They'll be milking that game for 20 to 30 years, and you'll continue to keep buying it. When the PS6 comes out, I guarantee you they'll re-release The Last of Us again. They'll re-release it and you'll buy it because you don't care. You don't care about quality of gaming anymore. You'll just consume, 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 consume. I don't care. I'll just keep buying the same game multiple times, even though it's just no effort putting it in at all. It's just trash. The only thing interesting about The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered was that rogue mode, and that was it. It is not worth $10. It is not worth 30. It is not worth 40. It's not worth 50. It's not worth nothing. It should have been free. Simple as that. But again, oh, who doesn't have $10 today? Again, you're the problem. This is why they can continue to keep taking advantage of you because you don't care. And the same thing will be for the mark of the beast. They'll say to you, "Well, nobody's using really money anymore, so let's get rid of it." And you'll happily do it. You'll be like, "Yeah, let's get rid of money. Nobody uses it anymore. Let's use credit cards. Let's make everything digital, online, Bitcoin, and all that. Nobody uses money anymore. Get with the times, boomer." And then you'll have no money then. They'll control your money completely. They'll control it. You won't control it. It'll be in a bank, and banks won't even exist either because it'll just be an online currency. But you don't care, do you? Don't care. Because you'll be late to the government when the mark of the beast comes. Oh yes, government, please give me that new technology. Please give me that mark of the beast technology, so I don't have to go to the shop anymore and pay for stuff. I can just do it in my phone. I can just order something online for a microchip, and it arrives to my house. Joke, man. That's where it's moving. Most stores now are just becoming digital as well. They don't accept money. They really don't accept money. They just accept online garbage. We're already moving that way, but you don't care. You do not care, and it is going to happen where you will not own a thing, and you will be happy about it. You will love it. You'll be like, "Yes, this is awesome. I don't want to own anything." I don't want to own anything, government. Please take my rights. Please take them away. I don't care about my rights. Hell, government. Hey, government, take my guns away as well because guns, gun control is awesome. Oh, guns cause violence. Guns, guns, and all this are causing violence and all that garbage with the woke crowd. We all know. We all know you voted Biden. We already know that. We all know you support Joe Biden. We already knew that. You support Joe Biden because Biden is a scrub, and you voted for a pedophile. Says a lot. But it's time to wake up to reality. This is your future if you continue. This is your future if you continue to let these companies take advantage of you and all that. You're looking at a future where you own nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everything's on a server. Xbox has already done it, but you don't care. They've lied for years saying we care about consumers. We care about consumers. No, they don't. Every single exclusive that comes to Xbox never gets a physical version for a reason because again, they do not care about preservation. All they care about is subscriptions, service, and you're happy about that because again, the majority of most Xbox gamers do not play games. They really don't. That's why the game like Hi-Fi Rush flopped and is now coming to PlayStation and is now coming to PC and Nintendo Switch because it flopped. Nobody cared about it on Xbox because Xbox people do not play games. All they care about is Game Pass. That's all they care about. These games like Fortnite, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the list goes on. That's why Xbox is dying, because they don't care about games. They really don't. They don't care about preservation. Now, at least with Sony, but they'll start doing it in the future. They'll start doing it. They'll jump on the bandwagon. Sony and Nintendo are the only two companies that actually care about game preservation. Xbox doesn't, PC doesn't, they don't care. PC, Xbox is full of DRM garbage. That's what it's full of. DRM garbage. There's a main YouTuber out there that constantly mentions it, but people just say, "Oh, you're just the boomer. You're just the boomer." And this guy's a PC person, and even he says it. There are definitely. So Tremblay says, so I've gone past it now. Subscription, as you can clearly see what it says. I've gone too far now. We looked at the consumer behavior and how people were interacting with our offer, and we saw an opportunity for us to evolve, explains director of subscription at Ubisoft. When we look at how gamers engage with our different games, well, again, these ain't gamers. These are casuals. That's what they are. They don't care about games. They barely even play games. They're too busy. The only games that they play is multiplayer games. That's not a real gamer. Real gamers don't just play one game for the rest of their life. That's called a loser. We see that our back catalog is still very active and alive, so we saw an opportunity to basically take advantage of these people, these worlds, to our consumers. You don't care about your consumers, Ubisoft. You really don't. Half of your games are anti-consumer. The game that came out recently, the what was it, Avatar, I think it was the Last Frontier or whatever. Guess what? You buy that game on disc, you gotta download the rest of it. Yeah, very. We care about our consumers, Ubisoft. No, you don't. You don't. You ain't cared about your consumers for decades. All you care about is making your games full of microtransactions. Assassin's Creed has been the biggest microtransactions since Valhalla. Valhalla was full of microtransactions. That's all it was about. Just loot gear, level up. You don't care about your consumers at all. Even Far Cry is full of microtransactions. Let's milk this base as much as we can. Rockstar Games is the same thing. These companies do not care about you, and it is why I don't support any of these companies, because they're nothing but scum. That's what they are. They do not care. All they care about is money. When we look at gamers, consumers for a lower fee, and this is a response to the behavior that we saw from players. Tremblay says that the company has been seeing millions of subscribers over the last 4 years. Yeah, because it's become acceptable now, hasn't it? This digital age nonsense. They don't care. It's been pushed as a cool thing by these little streamers. I'm a Fortnite streamer. I'm an Apex Legends streamer. Oh, look at me. I'm a Dead by Daylight streamer. Oh, look at me. I'm a Tekken streamer. I'm a Mortal Kombat streamer. Always online. These streamers are killing the industry. They don't, of course, they don't care. None of these are going to care, are they? Because they're only making money. And it's time you wake up to that one as well. You think that these Fortnite streamers and all that are making millions off of these games care about you. No, they don't. It's just about making money, making quick money, and then doing one. That's what it's about. They do not care about you. Time to wake up. Stop supporting these millionaire YouTubers as well. They don't care. Half of them don't care about preservation. Why would they? Because they're only playing video games to make money. They don't have any passion. The half of these streamers that have millions of followers, what do? They play the latest game. Oh, the latest trend. Let's play Power World. Let's play Lethal Company. Oh, let's play a new trend game, and then it dies out and they move on to the next game. They don't actually care about games. They really don't. It's just money, and it's time to wake up. Actual real gamers care about preservation and actually care for games. They don't just move on to the next trend. And again, millions of zombies in this world that basically do not care about game preservation. They could care less. Played over 500 million hours of gameplay. Some sign up to a trial, one game, for a month or two, while others come in. Well, of course, obviously they're going to do that. They're going to sign up because no one wants your garbage games. They're garbage. Basically, Ubisoft has been a flop. It's been a flop for decades now. They haven't created a good game in a decade. Every game that they create now is just trash. I'm not joking. Star Wars game, trash. Absolute garbage that game was. I believe it's Ubisoft that made that. But it was all garbage. Every game that they make now is riddled with bugs and is just crap. Even the Prince of Persia is the low effort garbage. It really is. The old Prince of Persia was way better. This new one's just crap. It really is. Go look at the old Prince of Persia games on the Xbox 360 and that. Way better than that garbage. There are definitely a lot of people who come in for one game and then decide to buy it after. Of course, they're going to do that. They buy it on sale digital to see if the game's trash. And if the game's trash, they're obviously not going to buy it, are they? A lot of physical gamers do that as well. They buy the game digital. That's what I do most of the time. I buy the game, and I've never said once that buying a game digital is I have a problem with it. Don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with these digital only losers. I buy digital games sometimes. If they're trash, I don't buy them physical. That's the way it is. I test the game out, like a game that I got recently. It's called Catherine. Still yet to play it. If it's good, I'll buy the physical. If it's crap, I'll never play it again. If a game's crap, I don't want to own it. I don't want to own it. Just like with that game Golem. Who wants to own that game? That game shouldn't have been preserved. That game is just trash or a garbage game. But again, they talk about Avatar Assassin's Creed, which Assassin's Creed is just garbage. It's been garbage for decades now. We're talking taking day one releases, and with games like Prince of Persia, you get early access. There we go, just what I said yesterday. Oh, pay extra money so you get the game early. We already have Avatar, Assassin's Creed Mirage. All of these games are available to play. That's tremendous value already. And then there's the catalog to thousands of dollars of games. And you don't just get access to these games, you get the premium editions. There we go. The microtransactions, the DLCs, and stuff like that. Skins. Pathetic. So it's all the added content that comes with that. We have rewards too, and one of the biggest advantages with Ubisoft is that you get to play these across multiple devices from one subscription. You can access our titles through PC, Xbox, and Amazon. Who even plays Amazon gaming? No one. No one does it. I've never seen someone play you Amazon gaming. Never. I've never even heard about it until now. It's like playing Netflix gaming. What else failed? Didn't they get the message with what was it? I forgot what it was called now because no one literally cares. That cloud streaming service gaming platform that died out. Don't these people get it? No one wants it. That's the very reason people hate Suicide Squad because, oh, we're going to add an offline mode when the game launches. Do not care. It should have been on the disc. It's that simple. Re They should have delayed. They had enough time. They should have delayed the disc and put it on the disc because supposedly the game's only 45 gigs. You know what that means? The game ain't that good. It's not that a lot of quality. A game that is only 45 gigs doesn't have a lot of content in it. It's trash. A game that does have a lot of content in it will be near to like 70 gig or 100. But again, two garbage games that I played Assassin's Creed, the one in Italy or Rome, Greece, wherever it was. Garbage. Absolute garbage. You'd literally, no matter what difficulty you were on, you'd literally get wiped the floor with by enemies because you didn't have good gear. And they made it from day one. Hey, you want better gear at day one? Go buy it. Yeah, that's all Ubisoft cares about. Pay to win. You want a better experience with the game. And they've even done it with the Like a Dragon Yakuza game. I forgot to mention that. You don't want to grind in the game, do you? Oh, pay extra money, and you'll do it because you don't care. There's a lot of debate around subscription in video games today. The business model is the dominant way of paying for TV, film, and music, but that's not currently the case in this industry. Great games are typically much longer. Many of them are free or feature some other form of monetization, and that's why gaming is in the state that it's in. Nevertheless, Ubisoft is seeing growth in this sector. Trump says that October last year was the biggest month in Ubisoft Plus history. The point is not to force users to go down one route or another. He explains we offer purchase, we offer subscription, and it's the gamer's preference that it's important here. Yeah, of course they're going to choose it because these new age gamers are not real gamers. They've never played games like Resident Evil. In their mindset, the old Resident Evil games are trash because they can't beat them. Let's be realistic. Oh, who wants tank controls anymore? It's so hard to control. No, it's not. It's called you suck at those games. That's what it is. I admit, Elden Ring, I suck at those games. That's why I don't like them. They're not easy. That's why I don't like them. I don't want to play a game that's going to annoy me. These people won't admit it that they suck at games. These gamers of today suck at Resident Evil. They wouldn't last 5 minutes with the old classics. But you have these Zoomers of today. Oh, those old classics are trash. They're trash. They're not trash. That was the decade of actual quality video games. They weren't woke and they didn't have an agenda in it. They were actually good games. But today, what is it? Oh, the remakes are literally just an insult to the original classics. Half of the content was cut out, half of it was RE3 remake. Compare it to the original. An absolute insult to the franchise. And then people are begging for games like Code Veronica, Do you understand how long Code Veronica actually is? 2 hours longer than that. You really think they're not going to cut half of that content out? We're talking about Capcom here. They don't care. And everyone was happy with it. They were happy with it. They didn't care. Being charged more with less content. And you didn't care. You literally didn't care. You got less content in the RE3 remake than the original. The original had way more content. And you paid more for the new version. You got robbed. They literally removed half of the content. Half of it. The clock tower was removed, half of the puzzles were removed because the gamers of today can't handle actually using the brain. They can't handle it, it's too much. Again, this is the route we're going down. And again, nobody wants Baldur's Gate anyway. That game's trash. It's just literally a wannabe Final Fantasy game. It really is. It's a wannabe Final Fantasy game, and let's be realistic. The only reason that game won Game of the Year is because it had bestiality in it, and it has sex scenes in it. If it didn't have any of that, it wouldn't have got Game of the Year. Guarantee you. That's just the fact. That's because you look at the main reason why people were shilling it. It was because there was a bestiality scene in it. I know, because it had pronouns in it. The question remains around the potential of the subscription model in games. Says that there is tremendous opportunity for growth, but what is it going to take for subscriptions to step up and become a more significant proportion of the industry? It's already that way anyway. Just look at Rockstar Games, GTA Online. They milk content. It's been months now, and they still haven't released a car in the game. It's pathetic. It really is. They literally drip feed a car for months because Rockstar is trash. They're a trash company. So again, we go into it. Ubisoft is basically just pushing. Every game is now pushing for the subscription service garbage. One of the things we saw is that gamers are used to a little bit like DVD having and owning their games. That's the consumer shift that needs to happen. They got comfortable not owning their CD collection, which is a fact because it's all you don't own anything. DVD collection, that's a transformation that's been a bit slower to happen in games. As gamers grow comfortable in that aspect, you don't lose your progress. If you resume your game at another time, your progress file is still there. That's not being deleted. Oh, because we can't we're the generation of today. We don't know how to save a game. We don't know. Oh, it doesn't automatic auto save. Oh, there's not like a save point every 5 seconds. Grow up, man. That's why most games are trash. Imagine Elden Ring with a save point every 5 seconds. It wouldn't be hard, would it? It really wouldn't be a hard game. Honestly, it'd be an easy game. Imagine it. Beat the first phase of the boss, save point. You don't have to go to the first phase ever again. You can just cheese the second phase. It'd be an easy game. It really would. It really honestly would. Again, you can save your progress. Use a memory stick. If you want to back up your data, just use a damn memory stick. You can copy it from your PS5 onto a memory stick, and then if you want to delete the game or whatever, and again, the game saves. You don't need the internet to save the game. That's not being deleted. You don't lose what you've built in the game on your engagement with the game. So it's about feeling comfortable with not owning your game. Now, this is the most nonsense ever. As I just explained, where are they getting this crap from? You can save a game offline. You don't have to be online to save a game. If they're talking about backing up your data once you delete the game, you can do that. You don't need a subscription service. You can just put your data on a USB and then copy it to that and say when one day you want to basically play the game again, you can just recopy that data onto your console. But again, we live in that age today where people can't even be bothered to get up 5 feet to put a disc in a PS5. So what do we really expect? Because I'm gonna be real. A lot of digital games are very lazy. They really are. The lazy people. They can't be bothered walking 5 feet just to put a disc in. The amount of time it takes you to download a game is going to take the same amount of time that you install a game. There's no difference. It's going to take the same amount of time. It really is. Takes me less than 30 minutes to install The Last of Us Part 2. Didn't take hours. No, I wasn't connected. That's not the internet. That's just how fast the PS5 reads a disc. I still have 2 boxes of DVDs. I definitely understand that gamers' perspective with that, but as people embrace that model, they will see that these games will exist, the service will continue, and you'll be able to access them when you feel that's sure you will. When you shut the service down, they said that with Xbox, didn't they? And what did they do? They shut the service down. Half of the games on there now you cannot play unless you have a disc version of the game. Lollipop Chainsaw doesn't exist on Xbox. Half of the Xbox 360 games do not exist on the Xbox Store anymore unless you own a physical version of the game. So, yes, oh, but digital gaming's better. No, it isn't, because the game can get delisted and it no longer exist. Hence, and I've always got it as well with these developers and these indie devs. Why make a game that's digital only? What's the point? It's going to get removed one day from the servers. There's a game, again, I can't show it, but it's called, I think, something Princess. Um, and it's like a lewd game that was on the Nintendo Switch. This company made it digital only, and within a week or whatever, it got removed from every platform. Doesn't exist anymore. This is why I said with these indie devs, stop making a game. Just digital. Because again, those servers go down. Now I get it. Some indie devs don't have the money. They really don't. But you're gonna have more respect from people if you give people an option, make it digital, physical. You make it this digital, you ain't gonna make that much sales. Simple as that. Just go look at Final Fantasy. What was it, 16? That made way more money in physical copies in Japan. But oh, nobody buys physical games anymore. Tell that to the Japanese then. Tell that to the Japanese people in Japan. Tell them that nobody buys physical games anymore. That is the biggest market for physical games is Japan. They actually care about preservation. Hence, why do you think they made a physical version of Yakuza, like a dragon, the man who erased his name, like a basically Yakuza, like a Dragon Gaiden or Gaiden, however it's said. They only made it in Japan because Japan actually cares about preservation, unlike some companies. So yeah, it's garbage, man. And you'll be happy with this because you don't care. You love it. You love not owning anything. And you'll love it when, again, the mark of the beast comes and you don't own anything again. You'll happily say, hey, we don't care. Please take our rights away, government. Please take our rights away, Ubisoft. We don't care about owning anything. You can just make everything digital only because we don't care. Oh, and then in the future, Ubisoft, if you ever want to take our games from us, that's perfectly fine, Ubisoft. We don't care. We don't care. We don't want to play those games again anyway because we just play one game, then move on. We never played it again. Fake gamers. People that just play one game one now again, if the game is trash, obviously you're only gonna play it once. But I played The Last of Us Part 1 3 times. I played it 3 times. Played GTA 5 twice. Didn't play it the third time. No reason to. Story ain't as good as is basically GTA 4. GTA 5 is just some woke crap, and that's a fact. That Ubisoft believes in streaming, but that it needs time. It's getting there. Yeah, we know it is because it's already moving there. Alan Wake 2, no physical, digital only. The next game that they make, Max Payne remake, whatever it is going to be digital only. If they make another Control game, it's going to be digital only. So you might as well say that. And this is the thing as well with these people. You cry about not getting a physical of a game, then stop buying it digital then. Why would they make a physical if you're going to buy it anyway? There's no reason to, is there? They're like, hey, they're going to buy Alan Wake 2 anyway, so why make a physical? These idiots will just buy it anyway. I only bought it to experience it, and it's trash. Do not recommend buying it. It's garbage. But these woke people, these fake gamers that love these movie games, they loved it. They said, "Oh, Alan Wake is a masterpiece. It's the game of the year." No, it wasn't. It was crap. It was a crap game. It's a walking simulator. It barely has a story. Alan Wake in the game is a joke. You barely play as Alan Wake. You're basically just playing as Sega Anderson the whole damn game. And that's how we know this is a fact that these people do not care. The amount of people, I guarantee you that Alan Wake 2 sold well. I guarantee you it did. Because again, these people do not care about owning games. Because again, the as it says, the just like you can apply it to anything, that many people shall follow the wrong path. Doesn't mean it's the right path. There's a few people that care about game preservation, just the same as there's very few people that are going to be saved. Very few people, because as it says, the easy path is wide. The right path is very short, and very few people find it. Again, many people support digital only crap. Very few people support physical gaming. Because again, these digital rats, they're not real gamers and they never will be. They didn't grow up with gaming like I did. They've just been spoon fed it into their woke little new generation. Half of these people are probably in the teenage era, so they don't care. They've not grew up with actual challenging games. They think games like Elden Ring are a masterpiece when they're absolute garbage games, and that's a fact. It's literally just the same thing over and over in the game. That's all it is. It's trash. Ubisoft commitment towards streaming was evident when it acquired the streaming rights to Activision Blizzard's games in August. And again, Xbox shoulders basically going on. But Xbox, they're gonna kill basically Blizzard Because all Xbox is basically like Xbox bought this, and what have they done with it? They ain't made another Crash Bandicoot game, have they? This is what you got to understand about these companies. They just buy games, they just buy companies, and they don't make games. That's all Xbox does. It just buys companies, doesn't make games. What was the point of buying Activision if you're not going to make another game? That's the whole point of buying a company, to make exclusives. PlayStation buys companies and they actually make games. They make games. Just go look at Insomniac. They make games. They're exclusive to PlayStation. They bought many companies. Again, Stellar Blade, that company, they bought that company, and it's only going to be on PlayStation. Xbox, on the other hand, just buys companies and they get no games. Trash. That's why I say it's a joke of a platform, a laughable platform. And these Xbox fanboys will not accept that reality that their platform is trash. You ain't got a game since Halo. You haven't got a game since the Halo games, because your console's trash. And that's just a fact. That's not fanboyism. Even PC gamers will tell you the same. You have no exclusives on your platform. None. Everything comes to PC. So there's no reason to buy an Xbox. Imagine if Nintendo did that. Oh, just released all of their games. And that's how you know Xbox is dying. Whether it's true, they're releasing multiple games, Xbox exclusives, on multiple platforms now. Whether it's true, there's a lot of garbage, fake news that goes around. But if it's true, this shows how dead Xbox is. And you'll be buying that console as well, because you don't care either. You'll be buying that console day one, where it's just online only, and it doesn't require it requires internet. That's why I said you love the game Suicide Squad. You don't care that it requires an internet connection 24 hours a day to play the game. All the servers go down. Guess what? The match ends. You don't care though, do you? You don't care. Oh, can't play a single player game anymore. That's what you're looking at in the future. You won't be able to play a single player game anymore without an internet connection. And these people that keep defending that and saying, "Oh, we'll just download the offline only patch." Well, guess what? You're still gonna need to be connected to the internet, aren't you? Because soon you have to download the game, download the patch. So no matter what you ever delete the game, you're gonna have to be connected to the internet. And guess what? When the servers go offline for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that patch doesn't exist. So you can never play the game again. Why don't you get it? These people just don't get it, do they? When that game goes offline, say it flops, which I hope it does, because I'll laugh, because it's exactly what that game deserves. It's an insult. It's a literally just, hey, all we care about is money. We don't care about our fans. That's basically what this Rocksteady is basically saying. Hey, we don't care about our fans. We're going to make this garbage. And expect it to be full of overpriced DLC, because Warner Bros. Controls the game Mortal Kombat. And look what they did. They charged you for an animation, a fatality. To expect that. Expect to be charged for an animation in the game. Well, you don't care anyway, do you? You'll buy it. You love these emotes in Fortnite because you think Fortnite's a great game, when in reality it's trash. It's reinvented itself thousands of times now because it doesn't know what it's doing anymore. There are those in the industry that feel streaming and subscriptions hold the keys to unlocking new players. No, it doesn't. It's basically anti-consumer. And now we have. I forgot. I haven't read that. He adds, for me, whenever we publish a game, the first thing I do is stream it and play a couple of minutes of it. Again, you're not a real gamer. I don't have to download it. I can jump right in. Streaming enables fast discovery. That's the first thing we are seeing from a consumer perspective. Still need an internet connection though, don't you? So again, it's still always online. This is what I said. This is what they want, where you don't even own it at all. You don't own anything. You don't even download it. That means you don't own it. That means if they ever remove it from the server, it's gone. So you'll just be paying to experience that game, just like you're doing now with digital gaming. You don't own that game at all. Guess what? You have to download a digital game. You ever delete it off your console? Guess what? Re-download. This game, don't have to do that. You just install the game offline. It fully works. You don't need no day one patch. So again, this is a state, like I said, the state of the industry. Why I don't really care anymore at this point. There are those in the industry that feel streaming and subscription hold the keys to unlocking new players, will become significant ways for players to access and pay for their games in the future, yet you won't own them. Yet already there's talk of subscription fatigue across all media, and that's something that acknowledges is a challenge. Again, it shouldn't exist in the first place. These are the developers in that are ruining the gaming industry. And what they're again the targeting teenagers. This is what I said. These are the people that are ruining gaming. The younger generation that are absolutely ruining the gaming industry because they don't actually care about games. They really don't. The only thing that they care about is their woke little games. Their trash games. Again, look at the music that this youth listens to these days. Rap music's not what it used to be. It's just mumble crap. Just rapping about getting women, getting cars, and all that, and mumble rap. They can't even rap. It's just mumbling over a mic. As part of the consumer reality, he concludes, and I'm a dad with teenagers. It's difficult to keep up with that, with with what you are subscribing to, and where that's part of the challenge. We have as a subscription service, and we're embracing that. Despite this, we see that in terms of consumer behavior, there is a lot of growth for us, but also the subscription business is a monthly business for us. Of course it is, because that's all you care about, money. It's all you care about. You don't care about preservation, you never will, because you're a garbage company. You always have been. This Ubisoft has always been a scumbag company since the days of Assassin's Creed. Soon as Valhalla came out, soon as Black Flag came out, they couldn't help themselves to basically milk as much basically microtransactions as they can. Again, the WWE games full of microtransactions, garbage. Just keep releasing the same garbage wrestlers over and over again. The amount of times that The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, Bret Hart has been added to wrestling games is laughable at this point. They've added those wrestlers in every single game at this point. They can't add anyone different. They just keep adding the same ones over and over and over and over again. It's just trash. It's why I stopped caring about wrestling games. The last one was garbage. It really was. 2K23, straight trash. The story was garbage. The wrestling, the that mode with John Cena was literally just a waste of time. It really was. It really was. It's just trash. Again, what if they want to make a unique wrestling game? Why not make one? But you have people saying, this is woke. I don't want to play as a female in a wrestling game. Again, why not create a mode? But and 2K23 doesn't count. That mode was garbage. It really was. The career mode with the where you can play as a female was garbage. It was trash. Make a female legends career. It's always Stone Cold this, Hulk Hogan that, Rey Mysterio. Who even cares? They've done these multiple times now. That's why the wrestling games are just trash. It's the same crap every year. It really is. Do something different. But again, those games riddled with microtransactions through the roof. They really are. And then what did they come out and say? Oh, we're shutting the servers down in 2024. Guess what? Haha, you can't access it anymore, idiots. Again, Madden as well. Idiots keep buying that game every year, yet keep crying and complaining about how the game sucks. Well, stop buying it then. Stop buying the game. They release the same game every damn year. Oh, this game's trash. Yeah, I'm going to continue to keep buying it every year. But this is what they say. You don't lose what you built in the game of your engagement with the game. So it's about feeling comfortable with not owning your game. So yeah, that's basically what they say because they don't care. Basically, they say to you, get comfortable with not owning games, and yet you love it, don't you? You love it. You love these anti-consumer rights. It's just the fact you love it. What's up? And people are taking the chip. People will take it. There's willingly people that are Satanists in this world. They're openly devil worshippers and they don't care. Tekken is just trash. That's full of microtransactions through the roof. Oh, you have to grind to earn coins. Trash. Garbage games. Mortal Kombat, garbage. Street Fighter 6, trash. I've lost interest in those kind of games now. It's just, basically the community ruined the game, and two, it's just the same game over and over again. The story's trash, and they should just stop making these games. But these fighting games are just for competitive losers at this point. There's no actual good story in these games anymore. It's just online this, online that, garbage games. And years and years ago, the movement in Tekken used to be great. Now it's just some sluggish movement. In the seventh one, you move so slow. It's just trash. Half of the combos don't come out online. They really don't. That's why I hate fighting games. If you play a game offline, the moves come out perfectly. You play it online, there's lag, there's delay, and people just spam the same move. It's why fighting games are just trash online. So any games worth exposing, I have Tekken and LA Noire on my list. Well, LA Noire is just full of it, the all-seeing eye symbolism. It's made by Rockstar Games, which Rockstar Games, every game that they've made is just full of occult symbolism. I struggle with the of the evil in these games. If you don't see that, the world belongs again. The world already belongs to the devil. God said it in His own words. I shall, and the world has been given into the hands of the wicked. That's it. That's the devil. The devil owns this world and controls it. God said, "Hey, yeah, you can have the world for a short bit of time." Why do you think they call him the Prince of the Air, the God of this world? Satan is the God of this world for a reason, because God basically said, "Hey, Satan, here you go. Have the earth. Do whatever you want for a certain amount of time." And you don't blame God. And everyone in the government is a control puppet. I've said many times, I'm anti-Illuminati, anti-woke, anti-government, and anti the government laws because I don't follow the Western corrupt laws because they don't even abide by their own damn laws. On Uncharted, I play Uncharted. I played that back in the day, and it was good. But playing it today, I can't do it. It's such a boring game. I the older you get, the more you see how trash these games actually are. I just couldn't play it. I couldn't play Uncharted. It's just so boring. It's a wannabe Tomb Raider game. The first one is just awful. It really is. You're just running around doing nothing for half of the game. Second one actually starts to do something. Third one was kind of trash. And then didn't play the fourth one. Didn't waste me time. But they really are just copying. Like, even with that, does me head in. The Tomb Raider. But people don't care, do they? Tomb Raider. This no actual physical version of this. No actual physical version. Yeah, it's a classic. Old games. Why even bother then? Every single game now, they cannot be bothered. Again, Crystal Dynamics still own this franchise, and yet they cannot be bothered to make a physical version. They can't be bothered. Well, don't bother then. Don't even release it. Shove it up your ass. That's all I say to these companies. I'm sick and tired of these digital only games. Don't release them then. I'm tired of it. It's anti consumer and nobody cares. I do not buy a game if it is digital only, especially if they're like, oh, because again, I knew it wasn't getting a physical version. It doesn't even shock me at this point. Oh, let's just make it digital. Well, don't bother then. Do not bother. Why even bother releasing it then? Joke. It really is a joke. It's an absolute joke. But people don't care, do they? Again, like I said, with Alan Woke 2, digital only game. You have Hellblade 2. I guarantee you Indiana Jones is going to be a digital only game, but you don't care, do you? That game's going to be woke trash anyway, so who cares? Keep it digital only. R- then you had Redfall. That was digital only because again, you don't, there's no disc. You just get a code in it. Starfield digital only. You're seeing the trend. All games are just becoming digital now because again, Xbox does not care. They do not care about quality. They really don't. But then you have Nintendo that actually bothers because again, Nintendo is just trash. It really is. And that was something that was going to mention in the video is a weirdo. You've probably seen it, but it was something I was going to bring up in a video, but I didn't bother it. Some basically you probably seen what it was. I'm not going to mention the name again, but basically it was going to be me mentioning what these weirdos are doing in this world now, but I couldn't be bothered. That's really what it was. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute because I had to refresh something. But if you saw what was on about and the battery's going low, because we know there's weirdos in this world. The I'm gonna go off topic. There's weirdos in this world that basically I was gonna include it in the video where I was talking about OnlyFans and that. Basically, the you have this weirdo that basically makes videos of basically eating shit. That's really why I didn't include it. but I completely forgot about it. I completely honestly forgot about it. It's no surprise. So again, I forgot, missed some of these. So Job, I've already read that. You will own nothing and be happy. We can pull the plug on your account anytime we want. That's exactly what digital gaming is. But as I said, these people really don't care, do they? So, and they are charging $70 for that piece of crap multiplayer game. Exactly, but again, no one cares, do they? That oh, I'm gonna buy um suicide trash day one. Well, good for you. No one cares. This game's trash. Um, to be honest, go buy it. I recommend go buy it. Waste your money because I want you to waste your money so I can laugh at you. These people that are saying that this game is good, please go buy it. Please go buy it. Waste $70 so I can laugh at you. So I can laugh at these people when the servers get shut down and this happens. This happens when boom, error, you can't access the server. I'm gonna be laughing. Because this game is trash, anti consumer. That's exactly what this is. It is anti consumer, and these people do not care about these people that support this game. There's one channel shilling this game, and he's a woke loser. That's what he is. He is the biggest woke loser on the planet. He's the same idiot that made the video saying, "Oh, the people crying about basically Poison Ivory being a child, others the incels." The guy's a loser. They're the only people loving this game is these wokies because they don't know what gaming is. They're just into these trash looter shooters. They probably love the game like Destiny. And all this game really is a mix of Destiny, Marvel's Avengers, Agent, Agents of Mayhem, the spin-off garbage. And I tell you what, at least with this game, Gotham Knights, you could play it offline. Oh, but everybody was crying. Oh, it's only in 30 frames. It's only in 30 frames. Huh, this game's trash. This game's trash. Yeah, the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League isn't any damn different. It's the same game. Same game. It's a joke. It really is. Now, like I said, I played Marvel's Avengers. The story was fun. Yeah, it was fun. The story was fun once. Wouldn't ever play it again. But guess what? What happened to that game? Oh, that's right. Got delisted, didn't it? It doesn't exist anymore. It got shut down. The servers did. So yes, trash. But again, everyone said that this game was trash. They said it was utter trash. Yet this had more of a boss fight and was more interesting. I still own the game on disc, and guess what? No internet connection required. You can play it offline. But oh, I don't even know who made this game. Warner Bros. Again, Warner Bros. Made this. This wasn't full of microtransactions. So what happened? Did they say, hey, we're just going to make now a microtransaction game? This is actually worth my time. The story was interesting. I only played as one character. I played as Batgirl. Everyone else garbage. Not even interesting. Just boring combat. Yeah, basically Deathstroke, the spams guns. That's all he can do. Most useless character in the game. But everyone said this game is trash. Yeah, just go look at the story. And look at the combat. It's more, at least in this game, you did not have to grind. It was not a looter shooter. It actually had a purpose. It was basically like Arkham, the Arkham games. The Suicide Squad is nowhere. It's not even in. They say, "Oh, it's in the universe of the Arkham games." No, it isn't. The Arkham, and again, why all they do is just shoot. It's a Call of Duty Fortnite game. This game, they actually use their gadgets against the bosses. There's a freeze boss in the game. There's Harley Quinn. That boss battle was great. But oh, we're IGN. Let's say this game's trash, but let's say Suicide Squad is great. Yeah, this game didn't have any microtransactions. This game didn't have any loop, any online connection required. You could play it perfectly offline. I tested it. You can play it offline. You don't need an internet connection at all. You can perfectly play it offline. And the frame rate was stable. To everyone that was jumping on the bandwagon saying that this game was trash, was just full of crap. And then a game that actually does suck, they now want to change the mind and say, oh, it's great. It's great. The Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game is awesome. Losers. This actually had a story. Suicide Squad doesn't. It has no story whatsoever. It's just a pointless trash game. The Harley Quinn boss fight was great. And this is what I mean. How did they go from this Harley Quinn to the cringe woke crap now? Oh, that's right. Sweet is working on it, aren't they? So that doesn't really surprise you. This, it wasn't actually good. You fought it twice. Actually, good boss fights. Actually, fun game. Fun gameplay. Honestly, compare the gameplay to this game to Suicide Squad. Just trash. Just imagine this game with guns, how trash it'd be. There's no point. It's just a trash game. I never played the DLC. Maybe I should reinstall it. But it was actually a fun story. Unlike the garbage, the Suicide Squad. And this is what you didn't have to grind. You really didn't. Now, if you want to play it on hard mode, you probably are going to have to grind. That's your own fault. Maybe don't play games on hard mode. But again, you have Suicide Squad, which is just utter garbage. Because it is garbage. It's as simple as that. Even the boss fights are whack. The boss fight with Flash, oh, just shoot him. Just chase after him. You really think that Harley Quinn would stand a chance against Superman, Batman, when Harley Quinn has literally got beat up multiple times by Batman in the Arkham games? What a joke, man. This is why I said this game is just an insult. It's an insult to basically the Batman games, and it's an insult to my intelligence. It really is. This utter trash game that literally should not it's not even being preserved either, and these people don't care about that anyway. Oh, we don't care about game preservation. All we care about is online games because we play Fortnite, no other games. Yeah, it's because you don't have a life. But this is all the game is. It's an absolute joke and a spit all over this garbage. Just trash. This is all this game's gonna be at day one. You're gonna grind again. These developers have said to these reviewers, "Hey, you can only play the game past up to chapter 3. You can't play it any further because I guarantee you, this game after chapter 3, you're gonna have to grind for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours and just do repetitive missions. I guarantee you, because why would there be a leveling system if there wasn't? Doesn't make any sense. If you didn't have to grind, why would it have looter shooter elements in the game? Because it is. You're gonna have to grind constantly. And many people have come out, but again, I'm done wasting my time talking about this crap. Because you'll see when it comes out that these games are trash and these games are what's killing the industry. This online only crap. Why even sell a disc version of this game? Seriously, why sell a disc version? Because it needs internet connection. Make it. This is what annoys me with these developers. Stop making a physical version of the game if it requires an internet connection. Don't even bother. Oh, but I want a disc version, so I don't have to download like 100 gigs. You're gonna have to download the rest of the game. What don't you get in your head? But again, this garbage, man. Just make this game digital only because it's the at least with the Avengers game. The Avengers game. Oh, that's right. You can play it offline. You don't need an internet connection. You could play it offline. You could play it offline. You didn't need an internet connection. You could completely play it offline solo. Yet somehow with this, and this game's been in development for 9 years. What a joke. 9 years this garbage was in development. 9 years. Laughable. Absolute laughable that that game was in development for nine straight years. And my last Xbox console was the black one. The Not the old one, the black one that had the vents and that. It wouldn't install games properly, so I got rid of it. It literally wouldn't even install games properly. I would actually literally have to pause the game, restart it. It wouldn't install games properly, so I just got rid of the console because the Xbox is just trash. And Xbox has always been anti basically physical games because they don't care. They don't want people playing offline. They don't want people owning games. They want people subscribing to their subscription service. That's what they want. That's what Xbox want. And FIFA's the same crap as well. What's your thoughts on seatbelt laws? Well, again, obviously, if someone doesn't want to wear one and they get in a car accident and they die, it's their own problem. Arkham Asylum City and Night are on the Switch now, but again, they're not on the full cartridge. So that's many things that they won't tell you. Don't buy it on the Switch. If you're thinking of ever buying Batman on the Switch, don't waste your time. It runs like crap. It runs less than 20 frames per second, and two, only one of the games is on the cartridge. The rest you need an internet connection to download. So don't waste your time. If you want the full collection, just go buy it on PS4. You get But you won't get Arkham Knight. Nobody wants that game anyway because it was just trash. That, in my opinion, it was one of the worst games in the franchise. It's where the franchise died. Haven't played a video game for 5 years. Tomb Raider is a good call. I understand it. Had hype, and now what's it about? Maybe look into it. Me, last Pokemon game I played was on the Game Boy Advance. That that's how long. Now there's just like hundreds of Pokemon games. Digital games are for those that sit on there. Exactly. And a lot of them have admitted that they're lazy. The digital only people have admitted they're lazy. They can't be bothered. They're like, oh, it's such a hassle having to get up. One streamer said it. I said, why do you have a problem with physical gaming? He goes, oh, because I'm a streamer and I have to get up and go install the game. Well, you're just lazy then, aren't you? You're just lazy. Install the game before you start the stream. Any normal person would do that. Oh, but I can't be bothered. What? It's across the room. You can't be bothered to get off your ass. That's what I said. Digital gamers are just lazy. Man, good for you. If you want to buy this garbage, go ahead and buy it. As I said, I recommend you buy it. Go buy it. Go buy the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. Go buy it. Pay $100. Go buy the $100 version. Go buy it. And then when the servers get shut down, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna say, "That's what you get for wasting $100, you idiot." I'm gonna laugh at you. So yeah, continue to buy these garbage online only games because I could care less. I really could care less. I could care less. If you want to buy this garbage, go in and buy it. I don't care. Really don't. Because you'll be crying when the servers get shut down and you don't have access to a game that you paid for. And then I'll be laughing, saying, who cares? Stop crying. You signed that contract, so stop crying. 9 years to make it is garbage. And it will sell well. It honestly will sell well. Because Alan Wake did. People love these online only games because the losers. They don't socialize in real life. The losers. So they have to socialize through a video game because they don't have a life. They spend most of their time just playing games like Mortal Kombat, mastering controls and all that because they have nothing better else to do with the sad life. Me, I play a range of games. I don't just play the same game for the rest of my life. I couldn't do that. People that do that have no life. And if you don't believe that the game was in development for 9 years, it's come out. It's a proven fact they were developing it for 9 years. 9 years to make a looter shooter. This is what I said. Trash. The story's cringe. Harley Quinn is cringe in the game. She's not even funny. None of the jokes are funny. None of the dialogue is funny. None of it is. But yeah, the game's trash. And you people don't care, do you? Because you love these online only games. Online only garbage. You don't care about game preservation like I do. And you, you love these online only slop. I'll just even show it. I'm probably gonna have to start sharing just in case it shows something. But there's a game that got delisted. It's called Princess something. That was it. Jewel Princess. Yeah, this is it. It doesn't exist anymore. That's not what I wanted. I can show it now. And that's why it makes me laugh. These developers, it's their own fault. Maybe don't go digital only in your game. It won't happen to you again. So, this game was digital only on the Nintendo Switch. It got removed. Doesn't exist on there anymore. This is a digital only game. And it got removed. Can't buy it. Can't do anything with it. This is why you shouldn't go digital only. But again, these developers are just idiots. They really are. If I made a game, I'd want it to be preserved. It's just like these developers just don't care anymore. Like, hey, let's just make a game and not even preserve it. Who cares? Literally, that's basically saying, hey, we just made a game for nothing. Who wouldn't want to preserve a game? That's like someone that makes an album. Or imagine you act in a video game and you're in that video game. Wouldn't you want to own that material? You'd want to own it, wouldn't you? Again, you make an album, you're a singer. You'd want to own your own damn albums. But again, developers these days don't have a clue. Let's just make a digital only game. Duh. And they wonder why the game flops. But yeah, this game doesn't exist. On the Nintendo Switch, it got banned. So yeah, this game literally does not exist. Don't make the game digital only. This can happen to any game. This can happen to any game. It can get removed. So yeah, but Mass Effect, yeah, it is woke. Mass Effect is also trash. It's literally just one of those games where it's just dialogue, 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 dialogue. And I've never heard of that as woke because there's a character. Never heard of that game. And it doesn't really surprise me in that. The main reason people only loved the Mass Effect games is because, oh, you could have sex with a woman in the game. Again, and oh, because there's a character in the video game where you can see her ass. Oh, so that makes Mass Effect a great game. Trash. But yeah, it's been. Didn't mean for it to be this long, but yeah, everything that I said, I'll end it off with what I said. Because this is your future if you continue to carry on this way. You can continue to deny reality, but this is your future if you continue to just accept whatever the government says. Don't care if you don't believe in the Bible, really don't. It's facts. You can cry. Prophesied thousands of years ago, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it don't matter whether you're free, don't matter where you live, don't matter if you live in the middle of nowhere, don't matter if you live in a forest, they're still gonna get you because it says free. That means free from the government, free from laws and all that. And bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So yeah, this is basically this is the mark of the beast that you will love because you don't care. This is your future, the digital only future, and you will love it because you don't care. And as it says, and I stood, say again, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in their foreheads or in his right hand, shall receive the same, basically shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured without mixture into the cup of indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. God ain't playing around. You think that you can take that mark of the beast and it's some damn game? Nope. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receiveth the mark of his name. What is his name? 666. There is a 666 in every single barcode. So, yes. And what does that microchip have in it? A barcode. So, yes, you're already living in the mark of the beast system. You just haven't woken up to the reality. You're buying the mark of the beast every day. Everything has to be scanned through a barcode. So, yes, that barcode, when it's injected into your hand, what does it do? It gets scanned. So, yes, keep playing games with this and see where the future ends up. This is the future. No rights. The government monitoring you. There's even technology where they admit that they can figure out and punish someone before they've even committed a crime. And you don't care, do you? Because, oh, we don't care. We want more security, more surveillance and that. Let's allow the government into our lives and our privacy more because we don't care. We don't care that they have rights to whatever we watch or whatever. They can monitor everything that we do. But again, you don't care, do you? Because as long as you get your little fix through your digital little online only crap, you couldn't care less. And then again, and I saw the thrones of they that sat on upon them, and the judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, nor his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So it's in the forehead. You can get a chip in the head. Just go look at Elon Musk, and you can get a chip in the hand. So yeah, won't be able to buy or sell. You'll be stuck, and it's your own fault. So you are literally just welcoming this technology. You're basically saying, "Hey, bring on that technology. We don't care. We don't want to own anything." They can monitor and say, "Hey, you ain't buying nothing because you won't own anything." Well, oh, let's just play games. Play games. Again, and that no man might buy or sell. So you won't be able to buy, you won't be able to be sell without this mark of the beast. You won't have a choice. You'll probably think, oh, well, I'll just go in the store and do whatever. You won't be able to. You won't be able to buy anything, save he that had the mark or the name or the number of his name, so 666. These little devil worshippers out there that think Satan's going to win at the end of the day. Nope. All your rights are going to be taken away. Satan doesn't care. He'll oppress his own people, his own servants. He don't care. He's got an agenda to fulfill. And you're just all part of it and pawns in it. So yeah, keep playing games. Keep allowing this to happen because we all know you don't care. We really know that you don't care. That this is the future where you don't own anything. That all your rights are taken away from you. Gun control. You don't own any guns. So you can't fight back against the government. You can't resist. You don't have protection. You can't protect yourself. But again, you don't care. So yeah, I just wanted to make this live stream. I'll see you later.